KOIN 6 News This Morning starts right now.
Now at 5, an Iranian woman blocked from entering the U.S. will have a chance at political asylum today after an Oregon lawmaker intervenes on her behalf. We'll explain.
Also, police are on the lookout for a group of crooks who took guns in a burglary. The whole crime caught on camera. We'll tell you what we know about the investigation.
And we're only a day away from the Ducks taking on the Tar Heels in the Final Four. It's a matchup nearly 80 years in the making. We'll have comprehensive coverage all the way up to the game and beyond as we approach 5 a.m. Happy Friday. It's March 31st. I'm Trevor Alden for Jenny Hansen.
And I'm Ken Baudy. We're going to get a first look at your morning weather and traffic together. Sally Showman is out on assignment. She'll join us in just a few minutes from the tulip fields. But for now, let's turn it over to meteorologist Claire Anderson.
Good morning, guys. It is on track to be a beautiful sunny day. We do have clear skies out there on our radar from Portland, Astoria, all the way out to the eastern part of the state. A few high clouds this morning and possibly some low valley fog in spots. Currently 42 degrees in downtown Portland, 47 in Astoria. A little bit cooler in Salem, 37 degrees there, and in the 40s for the Dalles and the 20s in Redmond and Benton, again with those clearer skies. Your forecast for today, we'll see some patchy fog, mostly cloudy conditions to start your day. Clearing by lunchtime, it's going to be a beautiful, mild spring day. Clouds develop late tonight with some spring showers for Saturday morning. Carly?
Well, we're off to a great start on this Friday morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, and a lot of green on the map here, so everything looks good on I-5 southbound. I-84 is going to be a quick drive for those of you heading in from I-205, and the sunset only 4 minutes. It's about an 8 to 10 minute drive if you're driving in from Cornelius Pass. Then we've got I-205 in great shape for that southbound commute near the Abernathy Bridge. 217 isn't a problem in either direction, and 17 minutes only in from Wilsonville.
Thanks, Carly. Later today, the Iranian woman denied entry into the United States after landing at Portland International will get a hearing for political asylum.
Brent Weisberg joins us now live to explain how an Oregon lawmaker stepped in to help out. Good morning, Brent.
Trevor and Ken, good morning to you. This case now moving much faster than we initially expected. Here's what we know. Oregon Senator Jeff Merkley has actually stepped in and was able to get this Iranian woman a hearing, and we know that that hearing is going to be up in Tacoma. KOIN 6 News has now been able to confirm that Aliyah Gandhi will be moved up from a detention center here in Oregon to Tacoma later this morning for what's called a credible fear hearing. We've learned that Merkley and his staff was able to get this hearing set for today. We originally thought it was going to be 6 months out before the hearing was set if it was granted. Well, we don't know what time it's going to be in Tacoma, and that may be for security reasons. U.S. Customs officials tell us that the burden is now going to be on Aliyah, who is seeking asylum, to prove to an immigration judge that if she is sent back to Iran, that she would be subject to persecution or torture. She arrived in the United States earlier this week. Sources tell us that she was detained at PDX after U.S. Customs officials determined that she was likely planning on permanently moving to the United States despite only carrying a tourist visa. Now, if an immigration denies her request for this, denies the credible fear hearing, and says that the credible fear is not there, Aliyah could ask for another hearing. If she does not do that, she will likely be sent home. Reporting live, I'm Brent Weisberg for KOIN 6 News.
We've been following this story from the beginning. We'll, of course, let everyone know what happens at this hearing. Thanks, Brent, for the update.
Now to a crime alert out of Tigard. Police are looking for the crooks behind a break-in at All That Glitters pawn shop. The whole thing was caught on camera. Now, this happened early in the morning a couple of weeks ago. The criminals made off with 9 handguns. There's a $5,000 reward for any information leading to an arrest. We are still working to learn more after a father killed his son and then himself at a home in Longview. This happened yesterday. Friends of the father, 34-year-old David Patori Montiel, says he reached out on the internet to friends saying he was in crisis before killing his 7-year-old son, Michael. Police were at his door when they heard the gunshots. They evacuated the area, tried to make contact, and eventually broke down the door to find the father and son dead.
I'm in shock. I don't understand how a person could get that low, in life to murder his child and then turn the gun on himself. I don't understand.
Michael was a first grader at Northlake Elementary School in Longview. Counselors are being made available to the students there to help them cope with the loss.
A man wanted for killing 2 people in Vancouver is due in Multnomah County Court today. U.S. Marshals and Portland police arrested Archangel Howard yesterday in North Portland after a standoff. He's accused of killing 2 men on March 19th. The victims were found in a parking lot along Northeast 140th in Vancouver. That accused killer is awaiting extradition back to Vancouver. We'll take a look at this surveillance video out of Monroe, Washington. It shows a small tornado rip through a trailer dealership, and several trailers were flipped and a car was crushed. Now, thankfully, no one was hurt. The National Weather Service is now calling the tornado an EF0. That's the weakest on the tornado scale.
Lawmakers in Salem looking to finally complete the Oregon Coast Trail. The 382-mile Oregon Coast Trail from Astoria to the California border started in 1967, but it was never finished. Well, today there's 15% that still needs to be done. Right now, hikers have to walk along Highway 101, and that can be very dangerous. Now, a House bill is being considered to complete the trail. We'll continue to follow the progress of the bill and bring you updates as we get them.
Well, we're set to close out March on a pretty nice note. It is going to be a great day to get outside.
And there's a great event going on right now. If you need some extra incentive, meteorologist Sally Showman is in Woodburn at the Wooden Shoe Tulip Festival. Good morning, Sally.
Good morning to you, Ken and Trevor, and good morning to all of you. I've traveled inside. I'm now inside the gift shop where we have bunches and bunches of beautiful tulips. So many great colors to pick from. And you may have heard rumors that the tulips are a little bit slow to wake up this year because of the rain. That is true. But this week, the fields are looking much better, about 20% color at the moment. And I cannot wait to get outside and show you that once we get a little bit of light. Our sunrise these days just before 7 o'clock. So the plan for today at the Wooden Shoe Tulip Festival this morning, some areas of low clouds, but those should break up pretty quickly. I think we'll enjoy a mostly sunny afternoon with high temperatures in the low 60s. Believe it or not, we've only been in the 60s 2 times so far this year out at PDX, so that will feel nice. I've got your weekend forecast coming up and a tour around this great gift shop and details on what else is happening here besides the tulips this weekend. That's in just about 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Claire?
well, even with 20% color, the field should still be beautiful. There are so many tulips out there in that field that it'll still be very pretty out there if you go out this weekend. So thanks, Sally. We'll check back in with you soon.
Of course, with Sally out in the field, we brought in meteorologist Claire Anderson to give us a more full look at the forecast, and it looks pretty great right now.
Yeah, I would say go out to the tulip fields today if you have a chance. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. Just like Sally said, lots of sunshine for today. We are starting off a little bit cooler because we don't have as much cloud cover this morning. Temperatures in the low 40s for Portland, 37 degrees in Newport, low 30s out in Bend, 35 degrees in Pendleton. Clear skies to start our day and dry conditions. The radar looking very different this morning. No rain in the forecast for today. Mostly clear conditions. Again, we are going to see areas of patchy clouds and fog this morning. But here's your forecast for your early morning commute. Temperatures in the low 40s. Again, watch out for patchy areas of fog, but things should be pretty good weather-wise for your morning drive. Carly?
And everything looks great for your morning drive right now at 5:07, where you can take a look at I-5, I-84, and the Sunset, and they're all moving as they should without any traffic. So I-5 southbound is 7 minutes, a 9-minute drive if you take I-205 southbound. And take a look at your drive here on the west side. 26 eastbound, only 5 minutes, 8 minutes for 217 in either direction. Highway 30 looks great between Scappoose and I-405. Remember to sign up for text alerts or push alerts so you stay up to date. If something major happens, you'll get an alert straight to your phone.
That big blast was the solution after a massive rock blocked Highway 138 near Roseburg. ODOT crews blew up the 200-ton boulder yesterday, and crews are now working to pick up the smaller pieces of rock. We'll let you know when that road will reopen. We are just one day away from the big face-off between the Oregon Ducks and the North Carolina Tar Heels.
The winner goes to the national championship game, and the excitement, of course, is building across our area. Our Cor Harlan joins us live this morning with more on how you can enjoy the game. Good morning, Cor.
Well, there's going to be a lot of places to see this game. It's going to be a lot of fun this weekend. It's been 78 years, if you can imagine that, since the Tall Firs of that old University of Oregon team went to the Final Four. And as you look around the Portland area today and the whole state of Oregon, really, you see a lot of green and yellow today. And if you need a place to watch the game that is not your living room or your own house, you won't have to go very far away to find anything at all. Here's a short list we've compiled here of a few places around the area that will have the game on, have these duck watch parties for the game tomorrow that starts at 5:49. Of course, this is far from a comprehensive list. There are literally dozens of bars and restaurants that will be showing the Ducks and North Carolina tomorrow. Even a few bars around here that are friendly to North Carolina, South Carolina, and Gonzaga fans as well. So if you need to get out and watch the game this weekend, look around. You'll probably have a place to go. We do have a crew in Phoenix right now this morning. They found plenty of Duck fans already there, ready to root the Oregon team on. Our Cole Miller even caught up with former Trailblazer Terry Porter, who's now currently the head coach of the University of Portland men's basketball team that played Gonzaga earlier this year.
How cool would it be for you personally to see maybe a Pacific Northwest powerhouse showdown between Gonzaga and Oregon?
Be awesome. Just draw the attention to the Pacific Northwest. I mean, we haven't had, that type of excitement, and so it would definitely be something that we can kind of be proud about.
All right, Cole asked Terry who he's actually going to be pulling for in the Final Four this weekend. Turned out that Terry Porter has some allegiances to the conference that he is in. As coach of the Pilots, he likes Gonzaga going all the way there. Now, remember, Coin 6 is the place to watch the game. We will have it on our air beginning at 5:49 Saturday night. That's the scheduled tip-off time. The University of Oregon versus the University of North Carolina Tar Heels, NCAA Men's Final Four, 5:49 Saturday evening, right here on Coin 6. Trevor and Ken?
All right, Cora, looking forward to it, too. I'll be doing some reporting in Portland for that tomorrow. I'll be at McMenamin's Mission Theater. That was on your list of places to go where we'll get some live updates. All the people hopefully celebrating a Ducks victory.
Yeah, I might be at the Mission Theater as well, but I will not be reporting.
That's right. Having more fun than me.
Yeah, beer and basketball for me, yeah. Coin 6 is your home for NCAA coverage, and tonight we will have a Ducks Final Four special at 7 o'clock with our team live in Phoenix, and we'll have more special coverage right after tomorrow's big game. Of course, you can watch both Final Four games right here on Coin 6, starting with Gonzaga versus South Carolina. That game starts just after 3 o'clock. And then at 5:49, exactly 5:49, it's the Ducks and the Tar Heels. You can find much more Ducks coverage on Coin.com.
The time is 5:11. You're watching Coin 6 News, watching out for you.
A man on a bike has an unfortunate run-in on the road. We'll tell you how he's doing after a collision with a speeding van.
And drought in India is affecting people and animals, so everyone's coming together to help each other out, even the snakes. It's a video that's going viral. You will want to see this.
And don't forget, if you have a story you'd like for us to investigate, just download the Coin.com app and send us your news tips.
Welcome back. Right now, Woodburn is home to one of the most colorful events in our area.
Meteorologist Sally Showman is live at the Wooden Shoe Tulip Festival in Woodburn. Good morning, Sally.
Good morning, you guys. You know, it's chilly outside, so it's kind of nice to come inside for a minute. I'm now inside the gift shop. It's a beautiful place to hang out. This is Gwen Garber, the gal who's in charge of the gift shop. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Thanks for waking up with us. So she's going to kind of show us around, show us what's going on in here this year, and you really try and focus on local artists, don't you, Gwen?
Yes, we try to find local artists or anything that's American made to come and be in this shop. We search hard and far and wide just to get anything dealing with tulips. So this one is what we call illustrated lights. Actually, they're from Colorado. It has some lovely tulip designs on there. It's made out of slate.
That's great.
Yeah.
And you're holding beautiful tulips. Do you remember the names of these? They all have their own names, don't they?
They all have their own names. And boss, I forgot what you named this one. World's favorite.
World's favorite.
It makes me want to think of the one that's called Keys Nels, but Keys Nels is a little darker.
It's hard to keep them all straight, I'm sure. So one of my favorites, I love wine, and you guys actually have wine here. You make wine here, so people can come wine taste, right?
Yes, they can. They can come wine taste, and we actually have wine glasses made by Leslie from Portland, actually, and she makes these lovely glasses right here. And they're all hand painted. They have to be hand washed, of course, but they make a lovely gift for someone that wants to have some lovely wine tasting things going on.
I'm registering for my wedding, and those look pretty dang cute, don't they?
They are very cute for a wedding. They would be cute. Yes, they would.
Oh, I love it. And with the windmill, everybody knows where that is.
Everybody went, and we also are actually going to get a wine glass that's tulips and Sasquatch.
Oh, that's hilarious. People here would love that. And now we have these authentic wooden shoes back here.
We do. This is our Delft section, so anything from Holland and the Netherlands is like always common blue and white. These are wooden shoes from Holland. They come in various sizes, different painting ones, plain ones you can paint yourself.
Great. And you know what? They actually have their own wooden shoemaker out here. So I'm going to be learning how to do that in just a few minutes. Want to talk briefly about the weather here this weekend. It's going to be a great weekend to come and check out the tulips. The fields, again, about 20% color at the moment. They look great. I've seen pictures from just yesterday, and they look fantastic. So today, increasing sunshine, highs in the low 60s, slightly cooler tomorrow, but still really pleasant. There will be some showers around in the morning. By afternoon, sun breaks partly sunny, and then Sunday looks dry as well with a mix of clouds and sun. So get on out here and enjoy the season. It's always such a reminder that spring has arrived for me. So one of my favorite things to do every year. Claire is back live in the studio with your full forecast. How's it going, Claire?
Oh, I'm jealous of you, Sally. It's going to be absolutely beautiful out there, and hopefully people can get out there this weekend. It looks like a great forecast. For today is looking nice as well. We were talking about it. Morning patchy clouds and fog over downtown Portland currently. We're going to see some showers for early Saturday, but mainly dry for the work week. And here's a look at that Doppler radar showing you dry conditions. A nice change to our radar. It's been very green all winter long, heading into early spring, and now we're seeing some dry time for today. Watch out for a little bit of areas of patchy fog. Currently, the visibilities look okay, but certain spots could be denser than others. Temperatures are a little bit cooler. We don't have the cloud cover this morning. Currently 42 degrees in Portland, 35 degrees in McMinnville, mid-30s for Albany, Salem, 37, 47 out in Astoria, and cooler towards Redmond as well as in Madras. Now, looking at a rain and cloud forecast for today, it's going to be very dry. Look at this. I moved the clock ahead. No major green in the forecast, so that looks good. We do start to see some increasing clouds starting at the coast by later this afternoon. We do see more clouds tonight with some early scattered showers for your Saturday morning, tapering off by the afternoon time, and mainly dry conditions for Sunday. So your forecast for today, again, temperatures mild out towards the coast. Again, everywhere is going to see some morning clouds, sunshine into the afternoon. Bend area will see lots of sunshine throughout the day. Forecast for the next 7 days, dry conditions, some sprinkles Saturday, but mostly sunny Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and even into Wednesday.
So since everything's looking nice and quiet right now, I do want to let you know about something that starts Monday. This is going to be big for those of you who use the Morrison Bridge on your commute. Well, the Morrison Bridge will have 4 lanes closed, and that is through October, just so that they can get ready for the work that needs to be done to the bridge deck and start removing part of the bridge deck there that needs improvement. So that means 1 lane open in each direction on the south side of the bridge. Be prepared for delays. Now take a look at 26, which is delay-free, 4 minutes only in from 217. Couldn't look better there. It's always lighter on a Friday. So 17 minutes on I-5 northbound. That's in from Wilsonville. Check out the quick 5-minute drive here on I-84, and then the commute on I-5 southbound is only 8 minutes in from Vancouver.
Thanks, Carly. 19 minutes after 5 o'clock right now, and police in Everett, Washington, looking for a pair of robbers after a violent home invasion.
The break-in and the attack were caught on camera. I want you to take a look. You could see the men burst into a bedroom, and the bathroom door is locked. So they eventually, you'll see them make their way around the corner here. The bathroom door is locked, so they kick it in, and that's when they find the homeowner hiding in the shower. And when they get there, they rip jewelry off of her body and they shout at her. Within 2 minutes, this is them kicking in the bathroom door there. That's when they found that homeowner. Within 2 minutes of all this happening, those men are gone. And investigators say this is not normal for burglars to confront the homeowner, and that has them worried.
Yeah, that's frightening. Some intense video out of China this morning. Surveillance video caught the moment a man on a moped got hit by a van. Now, the rider was trying to cross the road, but didn't look both ways. People nearby jumped in to check on him, and that's when the van started backing up and almost ran over that man. That rider still is expected to be okay. Well, parts of India dealing with a severe drought right now, and it's affecting everyone, even the animals.
Well, someone caught video of a cobra coming into a neighborhood looking for water. And the villagers managed to wrangle that snake and then offer it some water from a water bottle. And the cobra just drinks it right up and heads on its way. This video has since gone viral. It's racked up thousands and thousands of views. Everybody gets thirsty sometime. Well, parts of Australia are dealing with severe flooding from Cyclone Debbie, but that's not stopping some Australians from having a little fun in the high water. This video shows some guys riding jet skis through the murky floodwater in Queensland, and other people even broke out surfboards to try to ride the rapids. Well, you got to make lemonade when you get some lemons.
Absolutely. A snake should have been there.
It would have fit in just fine. The time is 5:21. You're watching KOIN 6 News, watching out for you.
One of your child's favorite crayons is retiring today. We'll tell you which color is heading into its golden years.
Welcome back. Today is a big day in crayon history. For the first time ever, Crayola is retiring a color in its classic 24-count crayon box.
Yeah, this is huge. The company says Dandelion, a shade of yellow, will no longer be part of the pack. A replacement color will be announced on Facebook Live sometime this morning as part of the celebration for National Crayon Day, and this is National Crayon Day.
Happy National Crayon Day, Ken.
Every day is a national day for something.
I know you've been looking forward to this day for quite a while.
Yeah, a long time, ever since I was a kid.
It's 5:25. You're watching KOIN 6 News, watching out for you.
The investigations into Russia's election meddling is heating up. A former member of the Trump administration is looking to speak out if his conditions are met. What we know about this new development.
And today is an important deadline here in the Northwest, and it affects your car. We'll tell you what you need to do to avoid a hefty fine.
KOIN 6 News This Morning starts right now.
Thanks for being with us on KOIN 6 News this morning. It is 5:30, and you're taking a live look at Interstate 85 in Atlanta, Georgia, where part of a bridge has collapsed after a massive fire. It's making a real mess of traffic this morning. We'll have more on this developing story in just a few moments. I'm Ken Body.
And I'm Trevor Alden for Jenny Hansen. We don't have any bridge collapses to worry about, but Carly Kennelly still has your roads covered. And Sally Showman's out in the tulips this morning, so we have Claire Anderson in with us right now with a look at the forecast.
Yeah, you know, it's looking pretty good out there for today. Temperatures are a little bit chilly to start your morning. We don't have as much cloud cover. Still some clouds and low fog this morning, so watch out for that. But temperatures low 40s for Portland, 43 degrees in the Dalles, upper 40s in Astoria. Your forecast for today, we will see clearing skies by lunchtime. Mostly sunny conditions, mild temperatures, low 60s, upper 50s. Clouds do develop late tonight into tomorrow morning, or we'll see some scattered showers for Saturday morning, but it's looking great today and even into Sunday. Carly?
I have a traffic alert for you out of Canby. An accident reported. This is a vehicle that hit a pole on 99E near Locust Street. So it doesn't look like it's causing any congestion along 99E through Canby there. So again, a vehicle hit a pole. Watch out for emergency responders on the scene. Now, I-5 southbound is 8 minutes, so we haven't seen any rush hour slowing just yet. I-84 westbound is 5 minutes and 4 minutes inbound on the Sunset in from 217. Now for the drive right before the Abernathy Bridge, 12 minutes from Highway 224 to I-5. Everything's clear on 217 and I-5 in from Wilsonville.
Thanks, Carly. Starting today, if you have a short-term rental property in Portland and you don't have a permit, you could get a hefty fine.
This is an issue the city's been dealing with for a while. Brent Weisberg's live this morning with more on the new policy and what it means for landlords. Good morning, Brent.
Hey, Trevor and Ken, good morning to you. The hefty fines will range anywhere from $1,000 up to $5,000 depending on the violation. The city of Portland telling us that they are now going to be cracking down on homeowners who are not complying with the city's short-term rental rules. Now, some of those rules are very strict, and this short-term rentals really are applied to sites like Airbnb. The city is going to be cracking down because they say people have not been applying for the correct permits, in essence operating illegally. Airbnb told us several months ago that they strongly encourage everyone to make sure that their rental properties are in compliance with local, state, and federal law. The Portland permit mandates 4 key things. First, renters cannot rent out more than 2 of their rooms inside their homes. Guests cannot stay more than 30 days. Homeowners must notify their neighbors. And finally, the homeowners must live in their home that they're renting out for at least 270 days of the year. For more information on all of this, head to our website at KOIN.com. Again, Ken and Trevor, those fines range from $1,000 to $5,000. Reporting live, I'm Brent Weisberg for KOIN 6 News.
All right, thank you, Brett. Well, we're digging deeper after Oregon's governor fires 3 members of the Environmental Quality Commission. The governor says after the past 2 years, it became clear the commission had not been able to meet new challenges to protect Oregon's air and water. Well, now Republicans are skeptical of the governor's motives. The governor says she wanted to find new commissioners who would work more collaboratively with her office.
I wanted to make sure that my vision for cleaner air gets implemented.
I think Oregonians want to know what's behind it, weren't satisfied with the governor's answer, and we know that she's packing this commission for a reason, and we want to know why.
Governor Brown also said she was unhappy with the way the commission selected the newest DEQ director, Richard Whitman, but she stopped short of criticizing him.
Former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn is reportedly offering to testify before the FBI and others about the Trump campaign's possible ties to Russia. That is, if he is granted immunity from possible prosecution. Right now, Flynn is engaged in negotiations with the House and the Senate about testifying in their ongoing probes into the Russian connection. The bombshell was confirmed Thursday by Flynn's attorney, who issued a statement saying his client certainly has a story to tell.
You don't ask for immunity, of course, unless you feel like you're in legal jeopardy. So we have to be very careful here.
Flynn was fired in February for misleading Vice President Mike Pence about his discussions with Russia's ambassador before the inauguration. North Carolina's so-called bathroom bill has been repealed, but not everybody is happy about it. North Carolina politicians rolling back the law that blocks some anti-discrimination protections for LGBTQ people. However, advocates say it still leaves gays, lesbians, and transgender people vulnerable to discrimination. The compromise plan was worked out under pressure from the NCAA, which threatened to withhold sporting events from North Carolina at least until the year 2023. The NCAA says the North Carolina law will be reviewed next week before the organization makes a final decision.
Well, you're going to want to take a look at this behind me. This huge fire is prompting a state of emergency this morning. It happened during the afternoon rush hour yesterday in Atlanta. It caused a bridge on Interstate 85 to collapse. Now, no one was hurt, but all 5 lanes of I-85 in each direction are blocked.
This is going to take time for inspection, then it's going to take time for the engineers to go in there and assess what they're going to have to do to build it back.
Well, this highway is going to be closed indefinitely. The cause of that fire is still unknown. If you still have studded tires on your vehicle, it is time to take them off. After today, if you're caught with studded tires in Oregon or Washington, you could face a fine. If you do travel in winter conditions like up to Mount Hood, you should use other types of traction tires or carry chains.
And it's time to get the latest update on your traffic. And there's not much of it right now, which is great if you have to head out the door anytime soon. As soon as I see a delay here forming in Vancouver, I will let you know. But in the meantime, check out the crash on 99E. This is 99E near Locust Street. This is in Canby. This will not slow you down. As you can see, the green traffic flows look good. Now take a look at the latest drive times. On I-5 southbound, it's 8 minutes. It's only 9 minutes if you take the Glen Jackson Bridge. Then I've got 217 here for you, 8 minutes. A 19-minute drive on Highway 43 northbound from I-205 to the Ross Island Bridge. And check out SR 14, 6 minutes there in either direction. Claire?
And here is a look at your Pet Walk forecast for today. It's going to be a great day, dry pause, so good news there. Here is a look. We're going to see temperatures a little bit cooler this morning in the upper 30s and low 40s, but perfect walk-in for this evening. Temperatures in the 50s and even low 60s for some spots. So here's a look at some of our Pet Walk photos. This is Lucy and Fisher, who are very excited about the Oregon Ducks game this weekend. Another photo. This is a one walk-in pup. Looks like the cement was wet out there, so hopefully some drier conditions for your walk-in today. And looking at your next one, this is Maine Coon Kitty. Glowing eyes there, beautiful cat. And this is Chewy, who's a Chiweenie, who's also rooting on the Ducks. If you have any Pet Walk photos you want to share with us, go to KOIN.com/petwalk and upload them there.
All right, thank you, Claire. Of course, we're happy to have Claire with us this morning, but you probably noticed that Sally Showman not in the studio right now.
Yeah, that's because she's out previewing one of the most colorful events in our area. She's joining us live from Woodburn with a look at the Wooden Shoe Tulip Festival. Hi, Sally.
Good morning, you guys, and happy Friday. Welcome to the nicest day of the week. Of course, when you think about the Wooden Shoe Tulip Festival, this is probably what you think about, the tulips, right? But they do something else here, and they do it really well. Here's the wine. You can come out, check out the tulips, and taste wine. We have Tammy here. She is working in the tasting room, and she's about to let us taste a couple of these delicious varieties of wine. We'll have that coming up just after the break. I'll tell you all about what they have to offer here. And it's really special because this wine, it's not sold in stores. It's only sold here at the Wooden Shoe Tulip Festival in Woodburn. Let's talk about your forecast for today. It's going to be a gorgeous day. Some of us wake up to patchy fog, low clouds. But by afternoon, mostly sunny skies and temperatures climb into the low 60s. You really couldn't ask for a better day, and I think we deserve it after the last few weeks, the last few months, really since October. So anyways, we will be back here at the Wooden Shoe Tulip Festival coming up in about 10 minutes. I'll see you then.
Right about that weather, Sally, and we noticed how much wine was poured into that glass, so if it starts to lower throughout the morning, we might have to report you.
Well, that's one of the perks of the job, right? Get to sip a little wine.
I'm prepared to drink it.
Yeah. All right, thanks, Sally. We'll check back in with you in just a moment. Time now is 5:39. You're watching KOIN 6 News, watching out for you.
Apes and humans are at war. In the next Planet of the Apes movie, there's a new trailer out this morning for the summer blockbuster. We will give you a closer look.
And coming up at 6, baseball players hit the dirt in the middle of a game. We'll explain what caused this unusual sight.
Welcome back. You're watching KOIN 6 News, watching out for you.
There are times when it is necessary to abandon our humanity, to save humanity.
Well, this is a look at the new trailer for War for the Planet of the Apes. It's the third installment to what they call the prequel series, leading up to 1968's original Planet of the Apes, which starred Charlton Heston. When this new movie, Caesar, the leader of the apes, faces off against the last of the human resistance. Woody Harrelson, as you saw, plays the main antagonist in this new movie. It hits theaters July 14th.
Also coming soon, but to the small screen, is the new season of Game of Thrones. HBO just put down this new trailer yesterday, showing some build-up to the war to come from the three main factions that remain in the battle for the Iron Throne. The trailer also hints that the White Walkers will also be a big part of this season's storyline. The new season of Game of Thrones premieres on July 16th.
And today, the controversial live-action remake of Ghost in the Shell hits theaters. The science fiction thriller stars Scarlett Johansson, a casting choice which has caused some backlash because in the original comic book and cartoon of Ghost in the Shell, Johansson's character is Japanese. The reviews for the movie have been mixed, many critics calling the film visually stunning, but overall lacking compared to the original.
If you're looking for something fun to do outdoors over the next few weeks, Woodburn is the place to be.
Meteorologist Sally Showman is live at the Wooden Shoe Tulip Festival. Good morning, Sally.
Good morning, and I am back here live inside the tasting room. It's a fantastic place to be. Joined with Tammy Miller. How are you this morning?
Great. How are you?
Good. This is early for you, huh?
Very early.
Okay, so tell me, you have a lot of wine that people can taste. What is this, 7 bottles or so?
8 different wines. We have a Pinot Gris, an Albarino, which is unique for Oregon. We do that sparkle, and we do it also in a still. It's our special this weekend, actually, $15 a bottle.
Let's pour a couple tastes. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Perfect. And you can not only get wine, but hey, if it's early, they open up at 11 o'clock, you can do a mimosa, right?
We do cremosa, mimosa, and mimosas.
Nice.
Our sparkling Albarino.
Nice. And all the grapes are grown here, right?
Yes, all of our grapes are grown here. We're also serving beer and cider. So we have everything here. Come down to the farm and enjoy a day.
Yeah. It is just kind of the perfect combination, isn't it? Wine and tulips. And one of the greatest inventions, where did they go, Tammy? You have to see these, you guys. So that big old glass of wine you saw poured before the break, we put it on in here in this plastic sippy cup because last year folks were kind of spilling their wine a little bit. And so this is a great invention for the wine wagon, right? I'm going to take you out to the wine wagon now. This is what they do during the weekend. So Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, they have this wine wagon set up for tours. There are 3 departures per day and a special departure right now here for Tammy and I. So Tammy's going to jump on board. Could you really ask for a better activity, Tammy?
No, this is great. My favorite thing in the summertime.
So what we do is we just kind of fire it up. We can head out and we can go to the tulip field.
Yeah, sounds great.
Yeah, so that's where we're going. You can sip the wine and check out the tulips. Right now, 20% color in the field. So Claire, it's going to be a beautiful day out here at Wooden Shoe. Couldn't ask for better weather. Sunshine by afternoon, gorgeous sunset tonight. I'm going to let you take it away.
Thanks, Sally. Looks like you're having a good time. Can't wait to see the tulips when the sun rises here in a little bit. But like Sally said, it's going to be beautiful today. Lots of sunshine, dry conditions on our radar this morning. No green there, few high clouds, and also some low clouds, some foggy conditions, but dry conditions like we were saying. Here's a look at those current visibilities. You might see a little bit of areas of patchy clouds and fog out towards the coast and in the valley areas this morning. Temperatures are chilling. We don't have as much cloud cover like we've had the last few mornings. So 42 degrees in Portland, 35 degrees in McMinnville, low 40s for Vancouver, 43 degrees in the Dalles and in the mid to upper 20s out towards the central part of the state in Madras as well as in Bend. Now rain and cloud forecast for today. Not a lot of green on here. Moving that clock ahead, we do have a few, again, clouds here and there through the valley, but mostly sunny conditions. Lots of sunshine out to the eastern part of the state and down towards Bend in the central part. We do start to see some clouds rolling in tonight. Looks like we could see more showers tomorrow morning through the metro area, dry to the eastern part of the state still. And then through the day, the clouds will sweep to the eastern side. And then we do start to dry out by Saturday evening with mainly dry conditions and sunshine for our Sunday. So good news if you have plans through the weekend. Your forecast out along the coast today, morning clouds and then sunshine into the afternoon, highs in the upper 50s, Tillamook to around the mid 50s and Seaside, as well as down towards Lincoln City. I-5 corridor, upper 50s, morning fog, mostly sunny skies, light winds today pretty much everywhere, shouldn't be an issue. Out towards the eastern part of the state, low 50s for Burns, mid 50s for Madras, mostly sunny skies. And for the Gorge, a few clouds this morning, temperatures in the low 60s, west winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, some morning clouds at Government Camp in the low 40s. Here's a look at your forecast for the next 7 days. We'll see a pretty dry week ahead with some morning sprinkles for Saturday, but that's really the next time we see any rainfall through Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, maybe a slight chance for Wednesday. Then it looks like the rain returns by next week. Carly?
And a reminder about this traffic alert in Canby. An accident reported there where a vehicle hit a pole. This is on 99E near Locust Street, and it doesn't look like it's causing any congestion along 99E. Now a heads up, on Monday starting at 7 a.m., crews will close down 4 lanes of the Morrison Bridge, and those 4 lanes will remain closed until October because this is all due to the project to replace the lift span deck there, which is deteriorating. And so that means only 1 lane of traffic will be open in each direction at the south side of the bridge, and westbound traffic from the central east side will not be able to even take the bridge, so you'll have to use another crossing. So a big change there for the Morrison Bridge, and that will last a while. 9 minutes on I-5 southbound. That's in from Vancouver. It looks like we're seeing a little bit of a delay right before the Interstate Bridge. 9 minutes on I-205, and that's right before the Glen Jackson Bridge. You can see it's 12 minutes through Oregon City and West Lynn. It's a nice drive, which is only 8 minutes on 217 southbound. Expect the same for the northbound commute, and 26 eastbound is a quick 5-minute drive in from 217.
Thanks, Carly. 10 minutes before 6 o'clock right now, and it may not feel like summer yet, but the boys of summer are getting ready for another season of America's pastime.
The Hillsboro Hops are promising a lot this coming season, and Cor Harlan is live in Washington County with the latest details. Good morning, Cor.
We're out here at Ron Tonkin Field, and the Hillsboro Hops have an announcement planned for 10 o'clock this morning. They're planning on announcing a big addition of some sort to the stadium here in Hillsboro. We don't know what that is. The Hops are remaining pretty tight-lipped on that, but a significant announcement in terms of something improving, something additionally on the Hillsboro Hops Stadium out here in Hillsboro. We'll have to wait till around, as I say, about 10 o'clock to find out exactly what that is. We already know it's going to be a big season here at the field there this year. The Hops actually hosting the Northwest League versus Pioneer League All-Star game on July the 31st and August the 1st. That'll be a nice way to spend part of your summer. 2 days of All-Star festivities will include a home run derby, a fan fest, and the All-Star game itself. 16 cities and 14 Major League Baseball affiliations will be represented. And if you'd like to be a part of the Hops team, they're actually holding a job fair tomorrow. They're looking to fill positions here at the stadium, and for members of their promotional street team as well. They even need a person to play Barley, the mascot. That'd be an awesome job. Maybe not so much in the depths of summer with that big uniform on there, but it'd be fun to get the season started out with anyway. The job fair out here at Ron Tonkin Field in Hillsboro runs from noon till 4 o'clock. Again, that is right here at Ron Tonkin Field. The Hops, by the way, first home game is June the 20th versus the Salem Kaiser Volcanoes, I think they are. June the 20th. Mark your calendars down. Warm weather and baseball are just around the corner. Trevor and Ken.
All right, finally, Cor, I can think of one person I'd recommend for the job of Barley the mascot. It's one of our reporters named Cor Harlan. Have you turned in your application yet?
He'd be good at that. He'd be good at that. I'm gonna be a pocket entry in that festivity there. That would be a good job. If you could drink a little beer before the game, it'd be a little better, I think.
I think that would be allowed.
Yeah, I think so.
Or a lot more beer.
All right, well, something to think about. Thanks. Cora Harlan reporting, and those games are fun, the Hillsborough Hops games out there. Okay, we're just one day away from the Final Four face-off ahead of the NCAA championship game.
Coin 6 has a team in Phoenix right now, and we caught up with the Ducks ahead of their big matchup tomorrow against the North Carolina Tar Heels. You will hear from them coming up at 6 when we're joined live by our Cole Miller. Tomorrow's game tips off right at 5:49, and you'll be able to watch it right here on Coin 6.
And Coin 6 is your home for NCAA coverage. Tonight we will have a Ducks Final Four special. That's at 7 o'clock, and we'll have more special coverage right after tomorrow's big game. Of course, you can watch both Final Four games right here on Coin 6. Starts with Gonzaga versus the Gamecocks. That game starts at 3, and then at 5:49, the Ducks and the North Carolina Tar Heels. You can find much more Ducks coverage on our website, coin.com. Time now is 5:53. You're watching Coin 6 News, watching out for you.
You probably already know, but Americans are eating too much salt. But where's that excess salt coming from? It might surprise you. We have the results of a new government study coming up after the break.
And new at 6, lawmakers from Oregon are looking to steer national policy when it comes to marijuana. Find out about their proposed laws, which will help protect the legal marijuana industry here in the Northwest.